Good afternoon, everybody. I am bringing to you today a very, very simple STEAM lab activity that you could very easily do in your home with things that you should have in your cupboard. If you don't have it, things that are pretty cheap to purchase. So we are going to be making some oobleck today, and let me show you what that looks like. Okay. Let's move our little friend out of the way here. And this is a batch that we made earlier. If you've never used Oobleck before, if you've never made it before, you can store it away when you're done, but it does sometimes separate a little bit. If you notice that it's kind of liquidy at the top, it's separated a little bit since we've made it, but see, it's gonna be pretty solid. But if you try to like push it with your finger, or if you pick it up, it's gonna turn back into a gooey mess. Okay, so this is what we're after today. It's so fun. We made this earlier. We sat back at my desk and played for it a while. Sorry, Amanda. But we did. Let me show you how you're going to make this. First, let's go for the things that you're going to need. Cover up your table or whatever you're going to do this on because it does get messy. Okay, make sure you have plenty of wet wipes or paper towels or something around so that you can clean your hands off. I'm just going to go for it today. Okay, most important of all, you're going to need cornstarch, okay? I just got the cheap, great value brand cornstarch. It works great. Okay, we're going to need that. We are going to need about a cup of water. Actually, I used a little bit over a cup earlier, so I'm just going to get me a little cup there, put it to the side. I want to color. You definitely can do it without food coloring, but if you want to do a color, get some food coloring, or if you have tempera paint, you can color it with tempera paint, and that is less likely to stain. But I think the way that we're going to do it with food coloring will be okay. Okay, you'll need a little spoon or something to stir your water with. You won't be able to stir the oobleck. You'll have to use your hands. Now, if you don't want to get it on your hands, you can try using gloves. Riley had some of those black or blue gloves on earlier, and the color was coming off into the mixture. So if you do this, I would say if you're going to use gloves, try to use like either the white ones or the clear ones. Okay, we're messy here. You're also going to need a measuring cup of some sort. That's a cup. And then a bowl to mix in. So let's get our bowl kind of right here so that we can see what we're doing. And let's get started. Okay, very first thing I want to do is get my water, my spoon, or whatever I'm mixing with, and my food coloring. I'm going to go ahead and color the water. So I'm going to put a few drops of color into the water and mix it up before I even get started so that whenever I'm to this point, I can just go for it. You can make it as dark or as light as you like. I'm just going to go with that for now. That'll be pretty light. That was 3 drops. Okay, now I'm going to put that to the side and get my cornstarch. You will need about 2 cups of cornstarch. You could do a cup and a half, 1 cup, however much you want. If you want to make more, you can. I wouldn't recommend going more than 2 cups per batch, though, because it makes it really hard to mix up with your hands. It got a little bit difficult. So you see I'm not being very precise here. I'm going to do 1. If I can get it to come out. This is a new container. Really packed in there. Okay, and then 2. Woo, it's messy. Make sure you cover your stuff up. Okay, let's put our measuring cup to the side. Close up our starch because we don't want to spill it anywhere. And this is so easy, guys. And it will bring your kids an afternoon of complete joy and messiness. Okay, this is about it. You've got your cornstarch. Now we're going to start adding some of the water in little by little. Okay, so I'm going to do a little bit here. Sorry about that. A little bit here. And you may think, oh no, it's not working. It is. Get them kind of smushed up there, add some more water. And like I said, if you do this with a spoon, if you try to stir it with a spoon, it's just going to be too difficult, I think. So you're going to stir with your hands, and give me a minute here because this is going to take a minute to get mixed up. And Riley was saying, oh my gosh, I think I did it wrong. It's taking too long to do. It's not mixing up. Well, she was trying to do it very gently. You got to get your hands in there and really get into it. See how it's already dripping off my hands there? Okay. So get your water mixed in as best you can. Sorry about the shaking of the camera there. I probably should have used our other stand. I got a little purple on mine because I had that on my hand. Okay. Now, if you get it mixed up and you think, oh no, maybe I don't have enough cornstarch in there, it's not acting right, you can always add a little bit more. If you get it mixed up and it doesn't look liquidy enough, you can add more water. So this is one of those deals where I say try things out, do what works best for you, and maybe you come up with a better recipe than we've got. Okay, that's pretty liquidy there. I think I'm going to need to add a little bit more cornstarch. Do you guys see what I'm saying? I can really stick my fingers in very easily to this one as opposed to the one that we had earlier, which was kind of difficult for me to stick my fingers in. Okay, so I'm going to add a little bit more cornstarch. I'm just going to keep mixing it up. Hope everybody's having a good day so far. Okay. Okay, this is getting where it needs to be. Okay, so I think we probably still need a little bit more cornstarch here. And keep mixing, keep mixing. This will be fun for the kids. They'll think it feels really, really cool to do. And you see mine's getting to where it needs to be now. You see that? Whenever I try to pick it up, it's very hard for me to pick up, but then it sort of just drips out of my hand. Okay, you see that? Hard to pick up. And it drips out of my hand. One more time. Difficult for me to pick up and scratch out of there. But then it turns to liquid. And that's that. Very easy, very fun science experiment. Look up non-Newtonian fluids if you want to do a whole lesson behind this, because you can. And you guys have fun playing with this. I don't know how I'm going to turn my camera off. My camera off because my fingers are so messy. But we'll figure it out. You guys have a good day. Thanks.